Hey everybody, Tim here with today's episode of Star Trek Voyager, Season 6, Episode 5, Alice. I cannot stand that name. So anybody who watching this, and that is your name, I apologize. I don't think of like Alice in Wonderland. I don't think of anything like Alice from the Brady Bunch. So, I grew up in the 90s, was going out clubbing in the 2000s. Anytime I hear the name Alice, I think of the techno song Alice. Who the fuck is Alice? And I'm gonna have that song just stuck in my head for days now. So it is what it is. So anyways, this episode was not terrible, but it wasn't as good as it was trying to be. It's basically Christine in space. For those of you are either Futurama fans or Stephen King fans. Which the opening scene's great because it's Harry and Paris talking about how old is Tuvok, and they're taking out guesses. I looked it up. I'm not even gonna lie, I cheated a little bit. Looking at he said he was 29 when he was aboard Sulu's vessel during Star Trek 6. But so that would make him roughly about 113 years old. So I don't know. If in case you were ever wondering, that's about how old he was. So they come across a junkyard, used car salesman, basically switches, they do a good trade and everything, but as soon as they leave, Paris wants to buy a shuttle that's this gorgeous looking shuttle, and it can read the pilot's thoughts and all sorts of stuff. And Chakotay's like, well, we don't really need one. We have a full complement of shuttles. What are you talking about? How many shuttles have we seen explode in the 5 years that this show has been on at this point? There's no way you have a full complement of shuttles. But they allow him to buy it, and then most of this episode just kind of boils down to the fact that Paris gets this neural interlink with Alice, and she's slowly taking over. So he wears a special costume for her, he doesn't shave, and he's just a love slave, and it keeps attacking B'Elanna, shutting out the life support and stuff like that. And then it's just Christine, the ship becomes alive. And so sure enough, it runs away with Tom, and Voyager has to turn around, talk to the used car salesman from the junkyard, and he is still seeing a version of it as well, even though he already got rid of the ship, which is kind of weird. How did it get in such poor condition if he was taking care of it? That whole thing doesn't make sense. But it attacks his brain, and he's like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Seven comes to the rescue, finds out that they're going to a proton fountain, and basically ends up saving the day because they put B'Elanna's into his brain through his comm badge. It's a hot mess. I really wanted to like this episode, and I was like, oh, a shuttle that comes alive. That could be really interesting. It's not. It tried, but it failed. For those who have seen this one, what did you guys think about Alice, and who the fuck is Alice? And what did you think about the whole junkyard and the shuttle and the full complement? Go ahead, let me know what you guys thought about this one. Thank you guys for everything, and I will see you guys next time for Riddles.